Hey there, Banjo Race chat. It's GDO here with another Banjo Race, and today we have probably the most looked forward to match in the tournament so far, I would imagine. We got Azmi versus Synii, the two top seeds by quite a bit.
Hello.
Say hi,
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
Yeah, so hopefully we got a... There's a small echo. From who?
I hear a
That's
little bit of an
probably
echo.
from me.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't
dang
hear
it,
an
that's me.
echo, so... I don't know. Either. Oh, yeah, there's me. Okay, well, anyway, hopefully we got a good race, and hopefully I got a good seed for you guys to show off the super skills. How you guys feeling going into this race? Any hot predictions?
So it's gonna be a 3+ hour race, right? Now that you said
Yeah,
that.
another one. Yep.
Yeah, another one, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, good luck. I'll count you down, and no place to start than time to start than right now.
All right.
So, 3, 2, 1, go, and good luck. All right, and off they go. Let me just get my bubble gloop music out. Hopefully the game audio is nice and easy to hear. We got CAC start, not bad. We're about to see what our skull situation is like. 40 dead, 30 dead, 50 is a strength. Well, that's not a great start to the seed, I guess. Alright, and we're about to see where Ganon, or Dodongos goes. Dodongos goes to Shadow Temple. Not a great dungeon either, so potential 50 skull seed right off the bat. Synii knows it. Azmi is gonna be getting there eventually. Just wanted to check what DC was first. I think it's weird doing that right off the bat. Just because you don't have any items, so you can't do the dungeon anyway, but I guess information is always good. We got Bolero of Fire coming to Synii right off the bat. And Synii is about to go do his strength check. So Song of Time is waiting for them at Prelude. That looks like a gold skull. Whoops. And Synii is about to get his Bolero song, which is going to be Sun Song. So, unfortunately, just leaving behind a, you know, the end of the trail. But at least we're gonna be able to find out what's in the Fire Temple entrance as well. Yeah, Schlong or OGC for sure. So we got Ice Cavern inside Fire Temple. No items there, and Synii realizes right off, you know, right at the beginning, oh yeah, I can't actually, I can't get the, out of Bolero crater. So we're going back to CAC, and probably, Graveyard. Shush. I mean, Azmi and Synii, I'm sure they'd be able to collect 50 skulls. Like, it would be interesting to see. At this stage in the tournament. No shield flicks from Azmi. We're not having any sort of like uh-oh. But Azmi's always said in these races, and I guess I can repeat it now, it's one of those things that's like, with 50 skulls, you're either all in or you're all out. There really isn't any half measures, sort of. Because if you kind of like commit to skulls but not really, then you're going to get a lot of them, but you're not going to get all of them. For real, for real. So it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, if they double down for that guaranteed strength, or if they decide to, you know, if they decide to just kind of skip it and get strength somewhere else. I mean, obviously Spirit Temple is a thing, Light Trial is a thing, OGC. You don't really need the gloves for anything else, so... Hello, Skyrees. Thanks for the raid. You didn't know you could do that route that Synii did? I mean, you can do anything as long as it's kind of on the path, right? Alright, gonna get that heart piece. Nothing from Dampe. Both of them kind of doing the same thing. Synii doesn't know what's in Dodongo's yet, but has cleared out Crater. So it's like Azmi went up Death Mountain Trail, and Synii didn't. Synii is going to be able to do the Sunsong Grave, though, and Azmi is going to have to come back. Hope I have a fun restream. These restreams are always lots of fun. So, hopefully if you're going to stick around, you enjoy the restream, too. Alright, we got a big chest in Sunsong Grave. This could be pretty terrible for Azmi. Ooh, nice early hook shot from Synii. That is, that's gonna bite Azmi. Oh, it's 1 AM. Oh, yeah, maybe not then. So Azmi from Graveyard is gonna immediately get his Sunsong here, and then be like, ah, shit, now I have to go back to the Graveyard. So... a little bit of an oof moment. Hopefully Azmi goes back sooner than later, just because the, oh, Azmi's never going to make it in 8 seconds. Because the fall is going to take, like, all of the time. Yeah. So Azmi's not going to... Alright, see you later, Sky. Azmi's, like, not going to be able to, like, see what that dungeon is. Oh, that's a Song of Storms, not Song of Time. My bad. I saw Song of and immediately thought Song of Time. So it's Song of Storms that's on Prelude check. And we don't know what dungeon they need to clear yet, but... Okay, so Azmi now knows that it's Ice Cavern. And Synii could actually go back there and start doing... Well, actually no, because you need a bottle to do almost anything in there. And Synii just has the hook shot. There's like one skull on the wall, but like that's really it. Synii not making the jump, taking man on the roof. Okay, so we got... Okay, I'm going to use Azmi. Azmi fills these in really fast, so... We got Deku, Water, Shadow, Forest, Spirit, and the free one. So that means we got DC, Jabu, and Fire on our stones. So Azmi choosing to go back to the graveyard to do the Sunsong Grave as child, I kind of like this, just because, you know, you have to go back there with Zelda's Lullaby for the song anyway, plus then you can do the stick. Okay, DC is foolish. That's not great. Well leads to well. Wow. So 3 Baron hints in the Temple of Time hints, so nothing in Dodongo's Cavern. That's a huge feels bad, man. Oh my god, this is really loud from Synii. Hyrule Castle, which is like 1 check anyway. Which isn't that great of a hint, but at least they know they won't have to come back for the Fairy Fountain. And then Zora's Fountain, which is pretty big, because checking the bottom is always really annoying. There's a duplicate Hyrule Castle Baron hint, so nothing special out here. Anyway, what I was saying is Azmi has to go back to the graveyard with Zelda's Lullaby to do the grave. And you can get the chest there if he decides to do the flame storage. So I think that it wasn't a bad play going child. Of course, when he gets the hook shot, he's just going to be like, well, I guess I, you know, could have done more as adult, but, I mean, he'll have the rest of the seed to do stuff as adult anyway. And, I mean, Synii really couldn't... I mean, Synii could do more stuff as adult. Obviously chose to dip into Shadow Temple just to get these back checks cleared out of the way, and didn't really get anything out of it. So, just like a few things like here and there, but nothing really else. I guess going Child as soon as possible is a good play, just because you can get all those other songs out of the way. You know, you got Zarya's, you got Malin with the, you know, the song as well. So, the more you have, the more songs you have, the better. Unfortunately, the Bolero song that they got earlier on isn't going to help them too much. Just as Child, just because they probably won't need to plant a bean to get out of there. Well, with the early hook shot, we know that they won't, because you can get out of there as adult. And there's no reason to go up top as Child, because I think it was a blue rupee. So it could be bombs or arrows or just that blue rupee. But man, Dodongo's Cavern is a real feels bad man to have Baron. At the same time, it is kind of nice because clearing Dodongos you can clear Dodongos really fast if you have bomb chews, because you can open the eyes right away, and then you know, you can just go straight into the Dodongo head if you know that strat, which I'm sure both of them do. I know we've seen Azmi do it, and I'm sure Synii has done it as well. Azmi getting a lot of early tokens. I mean, both of them kind of going to be doing all the same thing, so a lot of early tokens are really nice. Azmi choosing not to get the skull in the tree, though, which is weird. Probably means Azmi plans on walking out and going to, like, Kokiri Forest. Zelda's Lullaby on Epona's check, so that's kind of nice. So now they'll be able to... Oh, Azmi isn't going back to the grain. So, oh, Azmi plans on getting skulls here. So we're going to be getting the one skull on the back as well. So Azmi is probably going to go around to the, like, the grain silo. Oh, nope, we're going this way around. Okay, so Azmi's going to get the skull here, then going to get the skull, around back, probably. And then gonna save warp out of the grain silo, or the cow silo, whatever it is you want to call it. Unfortunately, without a boomerang, can't get the skulls on the back walls as well. There's 2 skulls you're missing from there, but not such a big deal at this point, as long as they're, like, aware. Oh, and I think Azmi thought about going for the skull poke on the wall, but decided against it. Alright, so Synii has a bottle now, so Ice Cavern is suddenly open to Synii. Using that Sun Song just to be able to escape market, because you can't otherwise. Alright, nothing in here, so Azmi is probably gonna warp, save warp, and we'll see where their child spawn is. Your child spawn is Hyrule Castle. Oh, that's terrible. That's a really bad that's a really bad spawn. I mean, maybe if they didn't start with Prelude, it would be a pretty hot spawn. But yeah, the fact that they start with Prelude means that it's a terrible save warp. Hey Pixel, thanks for the raid. You just missed the funniest thing. Maybe not the funniest thing, but it was pretty hilarious. So Azmi's sun-songing back into Richard's house, and we're about to go leave. Sini's got to clear out Lon Lon Ranch now, and then who knows what Azmi decides to do. Being on this side of the field, maybe you could go do Child Cack as well, and then go back to Graveyard to do Dampe. But then it's kind of like, well, I guess you'd turn it night first. Yeah, go into Kokiri Forest instead. But you turn it night first, go in, get your Cack Skulls, and then I guess go do Dampe, the Sunsong Grave, the Royal Composer Grave. And then after that, you Sunsong back to be able to do chickens, and then run and do whatever else. I think Azmi just wants to get Kokiri Forest out of the way because it's like a lot of items in Mido's house, and there's some hints in Lost Woods and Kokiri Forest as well. What is Banjo playing? It's hard to tell when it's held up to his mouth. It's a kazoo. That's weird. He's shrimply. Yeah, so I don't know. I like the idea of doing ooh, Azmi did the jump slash without breaking the stick. It's a nice strat. Always exciting to see that, just to save a stick, you know. Alright, so Synii is going to be doing the save warp now, and we're going to go back back to the Yi Barons. Alright, and we do have a big chest in Kokiri Sword. Nice bomb bag, nice early bomb bag for them. And so now we're going to Sunsong back to the entrance and then go to Mido's house. So, good planning from Azmi. The Cack play that I was talking about, a little less good to do if you're Synii, just because you already have the hook shot from Grave. So, but at least it's still the next song. But it looks like Synii is doing the same play as Azmi, so we're just kind of going around getting hints, getting guaranteed items, you know, in their first kind of wave of items. As Child as well, they did start with Zarya's song, so a Minuet check is in logic for them. Oh, Azmi's not in the center. Azmi, you gotta get in the center. Wait, is Azmi soft-locked? Azmi's soft-locked. Azmi, you gotta reset.
GDO.
Yeah, I
think
know.
saw
Just reset. I'll call Synii in here.
Okay.
Hey Synii, pause. Pause. Pause.
Here.
Yeah, Synii paused.
I'm paused.
Yeah, sorry, Azmi soft locked. So I'll yeah, Synii paused. I'll give you
Let me get back.
Azmi soft locked.
Oh
So
boy.
I'll give you
So I need a timer. Shit! I just cleared my timer.
That's fine.
Well, I can just make it start at 15. What's Synnii's timer at? Shit! I just cleared my timer.
17, 30, 40, 40, 41, 42.
Oh, it's
43.
continuing.
Yeah, Synii didn't pause the timer. 17, 30, I didn't
Pause.
either, so I'll just start it at 18.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pause my timer.
Okay, started.
So I'll just start it at 18. Oh, right, you guys are delayed, so yeah. So yeah, I'll just pause Synii here. And I kept track of when we stopped, and so you're on the clock, Azmi. All right, guys, just clearing the screen here until we're back and ready to go again. There's always
Got
technical stuff that's going here. I know, right? Azmi seems to have the most tech issues. Azmi soft locked in Lost Woods.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Synii, you ready? Synii? Alright, we are ready to go again. Sorry for the short delay. Alright, Azmi, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Synii, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. Okay. Alright, Synii, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Azmi side hopped onto the like podium where you do your like Saria song to the Skull Kid, and pulled out his ocarina like on the same frame that I guess it like changes the camera, and it just soft locked him. He couldn't leave his ocarina stance. and so I gave him the time to catch up, just because he hadn't saved. So he's on the clock. Unfortunately, that Saria song check didn't really give him anything, so. Alright, Synii going, not playing, I was gonna say not playing Sun Song, but now after crawling all the way out, decided, okay, I will Sun Song, just so we can get the skull behind the house. Alright, and Synii doesn't want to use the rest of his sticks, and so we're using a bomb here. Stone of Agony gotten. I like that fanfare. That's a good fanfare. So far nothing really coming out of Lost Woods. Are they playing the same seed? Yes, they are playing the same seed. So we just found that Gerudo Training Grounds is at the back of, Gerudo Training Grounds is at the back of the graveyard. So Shadow entrance. So that Din's Fire will help get in there. Oh, it was a Hylian shield. That's what it was. And we'll get to see this other hint that's over here. Looks like Azmi is collecting some bugs now, too. So those bugs will definitely help on their 50 skull journey. Hello? My phone is ringing? Sorry, man. I can't pick up. Oh. Well, my caller ID says potential fraud, so... Don't like that. We're not going to pick that up. Oh, Synii almost getting the side hop to land down there. Ooh, and Azmi broke his stick, but... We're at the 10 skull mark, 1/5 of the way there, 25 minutes into the seed. Alright, and Azmi doesn't have any nuts equipped, so we're using a bomb to blow open this this business scrub, just giving a heart, so nothing super fantastical. And I didn't see, but it looks like Synii did get the Keaton mask when he was in the market. So that'll help just in case they need to like kind of go out of their way for Skull Mask. I don't think that I mean they could find the hint in it. There's a lot of hints coming in Sacred Forest meta right here. We're gonna see first from Azmi. Alright, and another nice little chest here. Synii deciding rather than going straight for Sacred Forest, he's gonna go take a pit stop in Goron City. I do like this because you can do everything you need to in Goron City, and then just Sun Song your way back to the entrance to Lost Woods. Azmi could do the same thing, and then kind of leave out the top. Unfortunately, Synii just finds an ice trap here, but we still have Darunia and the Goron pot as well. Having ZL and Saria's song this early is real nice because it lets you fully clear it out. And Azmi gets Requiem from Saria's song check. And so the Composer Grave torches are dead, so it's one less thing to check in Graveyard when he goes back there eventually. Does save a lot of time. What does Darunia have for them? Lost Woods is on the way of the hero. And Colossus. What did they get in Lost Woods? I don't think they've gotten anything in Lost Woods, have they? Oh, it must be on the slingshot in the woods. I think that's the only thing that they haven't done, is Slingshot in the Woods. So that Requiem will be real nice for Azmi when he goes to Colossus eventually, because obviously there's the song. We got both the hands, and then there's the slingshot, or the fairy fountain. Sorry. So the fairy fountain would be something real fast to check, as well as the song, because Azmi, when he's kind of done here, we can warp to Requiem and do both of those checks. Synii's audio is doing something real weird here. I don't know what's going on, but I wouldn't be surprised if Synii crashes here. That's, yeah, that's some, yikers. I think Synii's playing on emulator, so it could just be something to do with the emulator. But either way, if Synii has to listen to that the entire time, that's pretty bad. You know, I think I'm actually going to switch to Azmi's audio here. Alright, Azmi is choosing to clear out Goron City. So, we already saw Synii do this. Yeah, Synii's audio is like hella cursed. At least it's just cursed audio and it's not like a sign of a impending crash. Like if that was on console, it would be like, you know, I would expect like a lock for sure. Oh, Azmi getting not only ice trapped but then yeeted by the big Goron. Alright, there's Requiem for Synii. And so Synii's going to check these hints. But Synii, since he's already been to Goron City, I don't think we're going to see any sort of like other play other than Requiem. Synii's almost, or Azmi's almost in the same spot too, though. He just needs to get the Goron pot out of the way. Yep, so Synii's going to go straight to Requiem. Hopefully Azmi's audio is loud enough. I know Synii had pretty good audio, and Azmi didn't, but... Next time Synii has to save warp... oh, we got... Is that a big chest? Yeah, we got a big chest on the right hand, it looks like. So Synii's probably hoping for Spirit Temple. Oh, it's Jabu. So we got Jabu inside Spirit Entrance, and the song on Requiem, potential way of the hero is... Song of Time! So Song of Time, potential way of the hero. Ocarina of Time teaches a gold skull. So that is dead. So that would be their prelude check. And we'll move Song of Time to Desert Colossus. Very nice. So Azmi's going to be checking the upper boulder maze in Goron City. This is something that we didn't see Synii do. Obviously there's no... Wow, actually got all 3 boulders with those 3 bombs. I think it's the first time I've ever seen someone successfully do that. Oh my god, 2 big chests! Oh, one's an ice trap. Is the other going to be an ice trap too? Oh, we got Naire's Love, double strikeout. That's such a buzzkill. I guess Azmi chose to come over here just because of the skull as well. What's that over there? Is it a big chest? I think if you can't see it, it isn't a big chest. Alright, I think Synii didn't get anything from the fairy fountain, so far Song of Time is our only thing, but there could be more, so... Alright, let's check Sini's audio here. Yeah, it's still cursed as hell, so we're gonna stick with the Azmi's audio for a little bit. Azmi not quite able to peek the chest. Can see that it's small though. Alright, and then it looks like Sini's going back adult now. So Azmi clearing out as many of the bug patch skulls as he can. I do really like this, just because with this route, he's going to be going back. Oh my god, those spiders are just... Oh, they finally found their way back to the center. With this route, Azmi's going to be able to check Dampe and do the stuff in Night Cac. So obviously playing Sun Song right away. And I think Azmi's already done Night Skulls in CAC, so we're not going to see like 20 skulls yet. But we're going to be really close. So Synii going nighttime. I don't think we've seen the grotto in CAC yet. Oh, Synii might be checking this like literally right now. Yeah. I think this is one of the only CAC checks we have left, aside from, well, we don't know what's on Nocturne yet. Oh, Azmi hasn't done Night Skulls yet. Just barely missed. Come on, Azmi, you can do it. There we go. Alright, so Synii... Oh, Sini's probably going to be checking 10 skulls here. Getting this skull on the roof as adult means he's probably really close to 10, if not higher. This is something I probably should have been keeping track of just so I know how many skulls they have. Let's see. Azmi and Synii. So I think that said Synii was like at 11 skulls. And Azmi has got to be at like 17 or 18 now. Actually, Azmi will have 20 skulls for sure. Yeah, so Synni's at 12. And Azmi, this should be like 19, I think. Azmi getting broken stick, so we can get this one, the one on the side of the building, and the one, you know, not on the side of the building. The one on the construction building. Alright, so Synii is coming up here now. Sucks not being child here. Just so you can get the Dampe check out of the way. Obviously, they both know that... I think they both know that Composer Grave is nothing, so... Alright, 20 skulls has the slingshot. So that's pretty good for Azmi. That'll let Azmi get the target in the Lost Woods. And what's the song here in Graveyard? We got Nocturne. So Nocturne for Synii. Obviously gonna play it right away just because it's like a free hint. Can't do a whole lot without magic. Goron City foolish. That is really rough that both of them cleared Goron City. And Azmi with the slingshot able to do this right away. Getting that skull on the ladder. It's just night, and so Azmi's going to be able to do Dampe, do the Composer Grave, get the bugs in the dirt patch, and then Sun Song back, and then do chickens. Love the routing. Okay, with Synni's bottle choosing to come into Ice Cavern, I kind of like this. Gonna get out of the way as soon as possible. Synii will be able to full clear this as well, having the hook shot. You're able to get all the able to get all the skulls that are on the walls here and there. Obviously, it's going to be a little clunky without hover boots in the last room, but we do have bombs, and so with bombs, you're going to be able to, you know, do your ground jumps and stuff. So Azmi with 22 skulls. Much higher than Synii, who only has 13, but Azmi's going really hard on the sand skulls. So I think Synii is just kind of cruising around. Like, strength is big, but it's not so big, especially when you start with bombs. Azmi getting his hook shot just now. So very nice. I love that strat, Synii able to hook shot up to the freezered. And having just a little speck of health left, getting replenished up by the fairy in the bottle. Obviously, you want to save fairies for like when you want to save fairies for when you die, but I mean, blue fire is like, you know, kind of necessary. Azmi trying to get as many shots off as he can, even though he has to pull his slingshot a second time anyway to kill this Keese on the wall. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Alright, Shalongster says magic in Lost Woods. Could be. Could be anything, really. Azmi getting his Nocturne. And gonna... not play it right away. We're gonna play Requiem. Alright, Synii is gonna go out of the way for this skull in the red ice. I honestly don't blame him. And Azmi's gonna go start checking Jabu now that we have the slingshot. Oh wait, did Azmi not get this? Oh, Azmi didn't check this yet. Alright, there's Azmi's talking time. That's right, Azmi didn't check this yet. I for some reason I thought Azmi did it already. I was gonna say that's quite a bold play, but could have paid off. I can't tell if that's a recovery heart or double defense on top of the arch, but either way, it's something that isn't necessary. So Azmi almost at the end of the bug collecting spree. I think there's only a few left. There's the one in Gerudo Valley, and then there's I actually don't know any others off the top of my head. I think Azmi's gotten most of them. There's the one in Crater as well. So Azmi could Bolero in there and get it. I don't think it would be a bad play. Alright, Synii making sure to line up the jump properly, getting that. And now we're going to see what the skull on the wall is. So far, Ice Cavern has come up pretty dry for Synii. Oh! That was... there was a lot of things going on in my head there. I was like, oh, I hate my words! And then immediately, oh, never mind, it's a Baron. So... Unfortunate Ice Trap is a scale on the wall. At least we're going to be getting a song out of this. I mean, worst case scenario, this turns out to be Serenade. Vanilla Serenade. Oh my god, he killed that Wolfos from the front when he was still howling. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, a big chest to round out Ice Cavern. All this work is about to be for something. Ooh, Vanilla Iron Boots. With Minuet. So Iron Boots is good. Lets him get into Lake Hylia. Looks like Chickens was nothing. So let's go ahead and mark Minuet in here. So grabbing a blue fire for just for the road. We got 2 song checks left. We need to know what's on Minuet check, which we're about to find out literally right now. And the other one is we don't know the song that's on Nocturne yet. So this could be Serenade, or it could be... Okay, it's Serenade. Whoops. So Serenade is on Minuet. That means the song that's on Nocturne has to be Epona's song. So we got Vanilla Forest Temple. Epona's song on Nocturne. So that's going to be really rough if they're required to do like Gerudo Archery. Obviously, these guys both know Reverse Wasteland, so if they need Epona song to cross into the desert logically, then they can kind of just skip that part. Azmi knows that this is his last check, so we're going to see what it is. And it's the hammer. So hammer is our Lost Woods waff. I'll mark the rest as X's because we know that there isn't any more. So having a hammer is really nice. Save some bombs on the overworld checks. And we'll see if Synii is able to do any make any progress in Forest Temple. I mean, we have such little information to go on that I think any completion is good completion. Obviously, Azmi is kind of racking up the items, but Synii does have more songs. Synii has all of the warp songs now, and so that's like, you know, just maximum, you know, thing. With getting Minuet to get hammer, that's true. Synii will get the slingshot eventually, like it's just a matter of time. I mean, obviously Synii is like way down on skulls compared to Azmi. That was Frogs 2 is dead, so that's a nice hint to have too. Especially since, you know, they don't want to need Epona's song. So Synii up to 15 skulls now. Still 5 away from that slingshot, but it's not a super rush anyway. So Synii's going to clear the courtyard. Synii also wants to complete Forest Temple as soon as possible, because that'll give access to Song of Storms. They know that Bottom of the Well is vanilla, and so, you know, you'll be able to clear out as much of that as you can. I think you can full clear it with the items that they have, so that's kind of nice. Synii forgot to peek the underwater chest. Just a heart, so nothing too big or anything. Azmi going to Gerudo Valley just to clear out the, you know, the last bug. Water Temple's going to hold Fire Temple. If it did, that would be pretty good for Azmi. But Azmi still needs to go out of his way to clear out Ice Cavern. And that'll happen once Azmi can free up his bottle, which should be, like, right now. Synii did find the keyring in Forest Temple, but unfortunately, it's gonna really suck if he can't clear the, get the boss key. Because strength being required for the pushblock room is gonna be really huge. If 50 skulls is their first logical strength. A Deku nut behind the waterfall, or a bottle. It looked like a nut though. Okay, Skull Mask has a heart container, so that's dead. We don't know that Song of Time is Way of the Hero. It could still be Way of the Hero. But there was a big chest on the, oh, Synii pushed it the wrong way. There was a big chest on the, oh, boss key's in the basement. That's really lucky for Synii. So he's going to be able to straight up just clear Forest Temple now. That's really hot. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. Water Temple has the Forest Medallion, so I was looking at my tracker the wrong way. So this will give the Water Medallion. So this won't give Song of Storms at all. That was a hint that said Gerudo something was barren, but I didn't see what it was. The hands count as Colossus. I'm pretty sure. Because the hands did count as Spirit Temple a long time ago, but it led to really stupid key logic. Because you can long shot from one side to the other. So I'm pretty sure the hands count as Colossus. Okay, Ice Cavern is Way of the Hero. That is more than enough reason for Azmi to go check out Ice Cavern. Obviously, it's not Minuet because you know, they started with Saria's song, so Azmi now at 26 skulls. Synii wants this heart piece. They've been kind of not getting a lot of hearts, but that gives a 5th container there for Synii, so that's kind of nice. Out of one-shot range from the Iron Knuckles. Oh, it was Gerudo Fortress. So that's really nice. Knowing that Epona's song is on Nocturne, that means because Gerudo Fortress is barren, if you know backwards Wasteland, reverse Wasteland, then there's no reason to need Epona's song anymore. Underneath Water Temple is Water Temple. So, I mean, Iron Boots, Way of the Hero. Let's go clear it out. You got everything you need to do most of the dungeon. You can't complete it because we got no, too much vanilla. Yeah. Can't clear it because we don't have any, what's it called? Long shot. But you can at least come in here and do a bunch of stuff. Hopefully we make it out without the stingers being trolly. And Azmi not getting a whole lot from fishing here. Hopefully takes a peek at the underwater item, which looks like a stick. It was something dark, I couldn't tell. Either way, Azmi didn't want to take too much time out of his way because can't get it anyway without a scale. Oh, this is the last bug patch. That's right, I forgot about this one in Lake Hylia. I think this is the last one Azmi has to do. What's behind the cracked wall here? We got just a wooden chest, so nothing out of the ordinary. On the way up, key ring would be really nice here. Can't actually. There's a lot that strength locks in Water Temple. You can't push any of the blocks on the bottom, or the middle, or the top. Well, I guess there isn't really any top, but still. There's not a whole lot you can do past here in Water Temple. You can't even light the torches at the bottom because we don't have a bow. Here's some field checks that we haven't seen. Okay, so Synii knows that that's all there is to it, so we're leaving. Just a skull. 28 skulls. Azmi's hauling ass on skulls. We got 28 skulls 53 minutes in. That's a pretty good time. Just needs 20 left. Oh, we got a big chest outside Lake Hylia. We haven't seen Synii check this yet. Ice, blue fire arrows. So The blue fire slash ice arrows are really nice. Obviously, without magic and a bow, they're kind of useless, but... What more can I say about that, right? Just trying to think of somewhere we haven't seen yet. I don't think we've seen either of them go to Zora's River yet. With a bottle, access to Zora's Fountain could be a thing, just to check what's in the Ice Cavern entrance. Probably not a whole lot you can do there, unless it is Fire Temple, because Azmi has the hammer, so I don't think it would be out of... I don't think it would be too much to say that, you know, Azmi could go check it, and if it is fire, then Azmi can just clear it. It would be pretty hard with 4 hearts, though. Your timer is pretty strict. I mean, having 32 seconds, you'd probably want a tunic for that, because I don't even know if you can make it to the 2nd level with that. And Azmi's going to be clearing out Death Mountain Crater, it looks like, while Synii finishes the Lake Hylia checks. Cleared the diving minigame, now we're grabbing the skulls, so Synii is up to 17 tokens. So Azmi has an 11 token lead on Synii. That's actually crazy. I do like that Azmi's checking this fairy fountain just because Hammer's way of the hero. Fire Temple is a stone. And because we know that Ocarina of Time has nothing on it, you know, they obviously don't need to clear Fire Temple, so the hammer is used for something. But it's hard to say what, because these could all be done with bombs. Bombs weren't gotten out of logic. So it's like... I guess the only thing I can think of is there has to be some sort of item in Fire Temple behind Hammer that isn't just a key ring or the boss key. Ooh, Azmi finds blue fire. So that's another bottle for Azmi. That'll really help when Azmi decides to do Ice Cavern, which is like right now. Because after getting the skull, he'll probably Bolero and then immediately enter Ice Cavern, being in Crater. So that was just like a really, really well-timed blue fire. Alright, Synii now in the south side of Hyrule Field. We're going to be checking these. So Sinii's going to get the 2nd bottle as well. Oh, sorry, not the 2nd bottle. The... Like, I don't even remember what Azmi got anymore. I was too won over by that blue fire in Death Mountain Crater. Let me go ahead and turn up my desktop audio for you guys, just because Azmi's audio is really quiet for me, so I imagine it's pretty quiet for y'all too. Oh right, it was the ice arrows. That's right. And then we're going to come over here and check this. I think it probably wouldn't be that far-fetched to say that Synii could go check the last grotto as well, the one with the Tektite in it. It's a funny combination of sound effects on Azmi's side. Picking up the rupees. Coupled with the Banjo taking damage. Alright, so with the rupees that Synii got from the wallet in Lake Hylia, Sinii's gonna come by a Goron tunic. Probably. Probably not. Probably going to Upper Death Mountain Crater then. And we're going to skip this fairy fountain. So Synii already has a saved blue fire from his trip in Ice Caverns, so the blue fire here isn't going to be quite so impactful. But, you know, at least in case Synii decides, oh yeah, I want to waste one of my blue fires just for no reason, there's a backup. So I think that's the second time they saw Desert Colossus. I thought of that when Azmi checked it, but didn't really think about it. Synii is going to come and check this hint. We didn't see Azmi do this, because Azmi didn't have as much time, I don't think. Okay, so it's just a duplicate hint saying the Composer Grave is a wasted check. And it looks like Synii has other stuff to do here, so instead of, you know, warping away at the last second, we're going to reset the timer, check the wall, and then Synii might climb back up to do the Fairy Fountain on top of Death Mountain Trail. Oh, Synii falling way too far down. That is gonna be really tight. I actually don't know if Synii can make it up in time now, because it's gonna be like 3 seconds at the top of the wall probably. Go, 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 go. Synii dies. Yeah. Having to climb all that way up the wall was just not a thing. But at least now Synnii's gonna have oh, it's only 3 hearts. For some reason I thought it was gonna be full health. So it probably wouldn't have been that bad to just play Bolero again and warp, but this isn't that bad. Because Synii can just run out now. Oh, and it was a skull on top of the crater, not a blue rupee, whatever I said earlier. Oh, Azmi's a fool, getting frozen in Ice Cavern. How terrible. Alright, I don't remember if we saw Azmi check this. We may have. I don't recall. If we did, we didn't see the hint right below it though, which I'm sure we're going to see right now. Okay, it's a heart container, so I don't think we did ever see it. From here, I imagine Synii would jump down and get the Boulder Maze rocks out of the way. Man, I love this Castle of Icana music from Synii. I mean, from Azmi's stream. Let's see. Speaking of audio, let's see if Synnii's audio is still warped. Yep. Come on, Synii, you gotta be a little more of an angle. There we go. Yeah, I know, Pixel. It's been like that for, like, almost since the start of the race. It's pretty terrible. I think it started doing that, like, 15 to, like, 16 minutes in. Pretty rough. Alright, Azmi's hit the end of his ice cavern. And what could it be? I love that setup to do the roll to a Colossus. Alright, so there's the Iron Boots and Minuet. So from here, probably a Minuet. Exactly what we saw from Synii. Ooh, and Sinii's gonna start Jabu. I kind of like this, doing it as adult. There's not a whole lot you can do in here, but with the hook shot, you can still get the basement skulls. I think you can do, like, I don't know, you can do a lot. So, and then Azmi going to be doing what we saw Synii do earlier, doing the Forest Temple stuff. We know that it's going to pay off for Azmi, clearly. Oh, and look at that. I forgot to drag the medallion to Sinii's tracker. So all this time, everyone thought he hadn't cleared another dungeon, but he had. So we know that Azmi's going to be able to clear this dungeon. Also, I think Azmi accidentally hookshotted the skull. Are we going to go for the heart? We are going to go for the heart. Because we all need a little bit more love in our life, right? Oh, and Azmi gets a heart too. Very nice. Doing Jabu as adult is also really nice because when you're in the Stinger's room, you don't have to worry about sticks or anything. You can just kind of do it. So Synii coming in here. We're going to do Stingers real quick. And they die in like one shot pretty easily. This would be really nice if this does turn out to be something in Jabu. Just because we haven't seen any big items in a little while. I mean, obviously there's, you know, skulls, but that's about it. And in terms of skulls, Azmi is definitely the headliner on that one. I mean, obviously they might be able to get strength from somewhere else, but I mean, you never know, right? All right, well, there's a bigger wallet, so Synii can now hold the maximum number of rupees. Alright, and fortunately, you can jump up here as Link. So Lonk will be able to go into the backside of Jabu. Hopefully we see Synii do Bubble Room as well before leaving, just so it's like not leaving that one check behind. So we're gonna see a save out. Oh, Synii decides to leave the bubbles behind. I feel like if Synii would have done bubbles first, because Rudo stays behind, and then if you do stingers and leave her outside, she kind of runs away. I think that probably would have been the more optimal thing to do. Because, I mean, you can still do bubbles just with the nuts, right? As adult. So, yeah, I'm not sure why, maybe Synii just didn't want to run back with Rudo. I'll have to bring that up in the post-game commentary. Alright, Azmi almost at the end of the Forest Temple trip. All we have left is to go down to the basement. Oh, and we finally get to see Azora's River play. I do like it. You can do Zora's River as child and adult, but there's not really any reason to come here as child yet. Just because without Song of Storms, you can't do the frogs. And as adult, there is some skulls that you can get with the hookshot. Whereas if you were a child, you would have to wait until you had the boomerang. So hopefully Synii has the thought to think about those skulls. Because Synii, like, really needs skulls. Allegedly. We don't know for sure that strength is required. But they still haven't found another strength yet. So, yep, Synii playing Sun Song. Definitely thought about it. And then if Synii wanted, he could get the skull in Zora's Domain as well. That would be a good... I mean, this is the best time as ever to go do that, because then you can get your blue fire out of your bag. And while you're at it, I guess, check the Ice Cavern entrance. Death Mountain Crater, Way of the Hero. What was in Death Mountain Crater? That was Sun Song, which got them the hookshot. I think that was it. Azmi found... They both found some blue fire in Death Mountain Crater as well. But, I mean, access to Ice Cavern was never blocked by anything, so... I love the Windows sounds all the time. Or computer noises at all, when they're the fanfares and stuff. Alright, so Azmi joins Synii with 2 dungeons completed. Or 2 dungeon rewards collected. It looks like I was right. Synii is coming into Zora's domain. Just to clear out what King Zora has. And Azmi's going to Lake Hylia now with those iron boots, just to see what is in there. Death Mountain Crater has long shot. No, Death Mountain Crater had Sun Song, which got them the hook shot from Graveyard. Sun Song Grave was their hook shot. I just put it on the tracker there just to remind myself that that was, like, you know, what they got there. Shoutouts to Synii using the blue fire underneath King Zora to melt him from above. You don't need to walk all the way up to him. And Synii now knows that Fortress is dead. King Zora has just a stick. Not very thankful. You dip Water Temple after getting Hammer. I mean, there isn't really anything you can do in Water Temple with the hammer that you couldn't do without the hammer, right? The thing that makes all the difference in Water Temple is strength. And unfortunately, that's kind of locked for them. Synii will be able to get these 2 extra hints here, because I'm sure Synii will go out of his way. Oh, that one's already a duplicate. So, skull update. Azmi has 33 skulls and Synii has 24. So, Synii is just under halfway. Meanwhile, Azmi is almost done. Only has 17 left to go. This is a nice meme song from Azmi. Okay, Ice Cavern entrance has Fire Temple, so that is what I called earlier. And there's the key ring behind the hammer, so hammer does lock the key ring. Unfortunately for Synii. We'll see if he's able to get, like, something out of this. I mean, obviously, Rudo's letter logically blocks entrance to this, so they'll still need to find that in order to kind of put their pieces in line. But, it could be in bottom of the well as well. I mean, obviously, they still need to complete Water Temple in order to get that, and that's locked behind Long Shot, so... When Azmi decides to go into Zora's Fountain, that'll be really huge. Just because then we'll be able to see what kind of goodies Fire Temple has. Alright, and Synii is out of here. Synii doesn't have the hint that says Zora's Fountain is barren, so that's probably another reason why he came down here. Sees that it's bombs, and so Synii is going to be checking the Fairy Fountain next. Oh, Synii is getting those bombs. I just noticed Synii only has 3 bombs, so instead of going to farm some, we're just going to collect them from down here. I love it. So Synii coming all the way down for a 10-pack. It's kind of hilarious. Azmi coming into Jabu now to kind of do the same thing that Synii did earlier, but this time, hopefully we'll see bubbles getting checked. Synii not interested in that heart container. We have at least 5 hearts now, so we're good. And we know that whatever item Synii gets here is going to be a waste of time. Could be an upgrade or something, but We know that whatever it is, it's Baron. I kind of like this trip that Azmi's taking through Jabu. It's kind of like less back and forth. Ooh, that was a stick upgrade. Stick upgrade, though Baron, still kind of helpful for Synii. Just because, you know, without Kokiri Sword, you do end up using quite a lot of sticks. Right, there's Azmi's wallet, so Azmi can now get the Goron Tunic whenever he so chooses. And that'll definitely help for Fire Temple completion. But, I mean, with Bolero, it's not like that far out of the way to go there, so... and then getting back to Water Temple is just another song, so it's like one song by the thing. Choose, plural, is cheese. Whenever he's so cheese. Oh no, Azmi, this is what Laloi did. Oh, he was able to grab. Okay, he didn't jump down. That's so bad, because if you fall off the switch, it's really hard to jump back up and grab her. The masterpiece bird in big trouble. Is that like KFC? Oh, Synii gets frozen. Maybe we've seen that ice trap before. Yes. Alright, Azmi back in CAC. Where are we going now? Maybe going in to do the beginning of Shadow? I don't really know, though. It does seem like an Azmi play, but like an eventual Azmi play. Ooh, we found Greg, but we're not going to go save him. Obviously, because Synii is Child, and Child can't get down there without the gold scale. Adult Link does have access to that iron boot, though, so... And by that iron boot, I mean just, you know, just the one boot. Yeah, looks like Azmi did decide to come over and check out Shadow Temple as well. Meanwhile, Synii is going to Gerudo Valley just to, like, clear that out. We already know from Azmi that there's nothing over there, so... Is there TTYD music in Azmi Seed? I couldn't tell you. I've only ever played through TTYD once, so I probably wouldn't recognize the music. I'm not sure what Azmi was doing with the hookshot there, but I don't know, that was kind of funny. Maybe he wanted to freeze the Jinjo on the Redead, just for, like, hilariousness, but... Death Mountain Trail was like that? I see. Yeah, there's a lot of songs in these like custom music packs that I don't recognize. I don't use any of them myself, so I'm not really familiar with a lot of them. Plus, a lot of the songs that I hear in them, like they're not in their original like console's song font library, if you know what I mean. So some of them are just unrecognizable because of the instruments used. It looks like Synii is ready to start doing the buggery, I guess. And Synii is like 10 skulls behind Azmi, like, or 9 or something like that. And so from here, Synii is going to catch up on skulls pretty fast if we're just going around doing all the bugs. Synii is definitely caught up in skulls in the last little bit. I was about to say Azmi finally coming to buy his tunic, but then walked away. But now we're back! Make it slow instead of fast, yeah. Azmi is... Oh, I was about to say, Azmi is still not buying the tunic, but I don't think Azmi's even opened up the... Azmi hasn't even done the rolling Goron, I think. It's like, I know Goron City is barren, but, I mean, it's still useful to buy the tunic. Though, one other thing is that Azmi is in a race versus Synii, so that might come into play, like a lot of things he's doing. Okay, it was just a recovery heart back there. Just because you're in a race with such an opponent, you kind of have to go, go, go. You can't make any, I guess, superfluous decisions. So I can't imagine that Azmi doesn't get all these skulls that Synii did in Zora's River, Zora's Domain. And then, of course, from here, Azmi will check Ice Cavern, see that it's Fire Temple, and then we'll just, like, completely clear the dungeon. Which makes it kind of rough that Azmi didn't get that tunic, but it is, like, quite involved in order to do it. 36 skulls for Azmi, so we're only 14 away from strength. Strength does logically lock them out of doing completion in Fire Temple in that one room, but because they have bombs, they can just kind of, you know, ground jump past it. And so, I don't think there's any other spot in Fire Temple where you're required to have strength. Everything else is just bombs and hookshot for Pierre and whatnot. That was a nice song. That feels really good when you can play a song fluidly like that. Doodaloo, doodaloo. Okay, so I think Azmi's making it in for sure before day. Here we finally have Synii doing Dampe, and then from here, because Sini's child, Din's and Hammer ahead. Synni's gonna have his hammer really fast. As long as he checks 20 skulls, he'll get Slingshot and be like, oh, that one area in the Lost Woods is where I need to go to. So Synii is gonna get Sling and Hammer right now. I think both of them, in terms of, like, completion, are pretty well exactly tied. The only difference is that what Azmi's doing right now. Oh, Synii is warping away! Oh no, Sini's just turning into night. Azmi has way more skulls because he's already done all this, like, out-of-the-way stuff. Azmi won't be clearing anything in Zora's Fountain either because he already knows it's barren and Synii didn't. So Sini's just going to have to backtrack to go into Fire Temple, whereas Azmi doesn't. And I think that's like the biggest thing in this seed so far. Because if Synii doesn't remember to go back to Lost Woods with this hammer, then I mean, that's kind of huge. So there's a slingshot. So Synni's got to be like, okay, I need to go to Lost Woods right now. I mean, we're probably going to be getting the Night Cack Skulls right now. And that'll definitely catch Synii up with Azmi in terms of skulls. Because on top of doing the bugs, doing Night Skulls is, you know, pretty big. Oh, and Synii already has Dins. I just forgot to mark it earlier on the tracker. They both got Dins from Mido's house in Kokiri Forest, and that was like, yeah, that was pretty big to miss. They both just kind of did it at different times, and I marked their one chest that they got there, but not the other. Yeah. But, I mean, still, Azmi has a pretty decent lead right now, just because Synii is going to go get his hammer right now, and then he might go right back to Fire Temple, because there isn't really any other direction that they can take. Like, Fire Temple is their only lead. They've already cleared everything that they can in Forest. They've cleared everything that they can in Water. They don't have access to Spirit. They've cleared everything that they can in Shadow. They don't have access to Bottom of the Well. They've fully cleared Ice Cavern, right? They don't have access to GTG. So the only place that they have access to is Fire. Something else I'm noticing is that Azmi also didn't clear the bubble room. Oh, bubble room is locked behind Boomerang. What am I talking about? I forgot. You need to you need to clear the first like uvula room, and then it gives access to bubbles. Oh, there's magic. Okay, so hammer led to magic in Fire Temple. So that magic now gives Azmi access to Gerudo training grounds. And Synii is probably going straight here. There's like no doubt in my mind. Yeah. There had to be something in Fire Temple that hammer locked, and other than the keys to clear the dungeon. So like if it was just the keys on the bottom shelf, or the bottom shelf, on the bottom floor, it would have, oh my god, there's the boss key. It would have led to something upper. So from here, Azmi's probably going to grab the key ring from the next room and then just go beat the boss immediately. I honestly can't see Azmi continuing on in the dungeon. There could be something further up, and you may as well like check the basement, sure. But given a free boss key that early, I think is enough reason to just go, go, go. Yeah, Azmi's coming right in here. Well, I mean, Azmi hasn't cleared or checked this either. And Azmi's going to need a bottled fairy for sure. Oh, what? Synii isn't going back to Fire? Oh, I guess Synii can go check what's in GTG. But, I mean, it's either Dodongo's or Spirit Temple. No, it can't be Spirit Temple. Where is... Okay, so where is Spirit Temple? Spirit Temple has to be in Deku because it needs to be accessed by Child, and Adult can't access Jabu, and Child can't access GTG, so Spirit Temple has to be in DC. Oh, Synei's coming over here for skulls. Okay. So, what do we have left? We've got Spirit Shadow. So we have GT... No, we have four. So we have DC and Deku. One of them is in GTG, and the other one is in Jabu. DC we already know is Baron, and Jabu is not logically accessible yet. No, the other way around. I was saying Spirit Temple is in Deku Tree. That's what I meant to say if I didn't. The entrance to DC is Shadow Temple, yes. I have that on the tracker. So those are the only two left that we don't know where they are. is Deku and Dodongo's, and they could be at either one. But Spirit Temple has to be inside Deku, because Spirit Temple needs to be accessible by both child and adult. And there's only so many dungeons that fit under that ceiling, I guess. Because Forest Temple is locked from adult, or child. Water Temple is locked from child. Spirit, Shadow, and Fire can all be accessed by each. Deku can be accessed by each. DC can. And Jabu is locked from adult. And Bottom of the Well is also accessible by both. It's a pretty good one cycle so far from Azmi. I think he needs to deal another 3 hits or so. I think this should be the last bomb. And a jump slash should be able to do it. Perfect. That was a really well executed one cycle. Didn't even need a fairy. So that magic is gonna give access to a lot of checks to Azmi. A lot of them, I would actually go back child and do GTG as child, because with child you can do the slingshot to the checks in the first room, and then ooh, the Zora tunic, very nice. You can do the slingshot in the first room, and then as a child, you can also, like, the Song of Time blocks are already there, so, I mean, you won't have to play it, but, I mean, they have Song of Time, so it doesn't really matter. I think it's mostly just for the, the first room. Yeah, so Azmi's gonna go in there as adult anyway. I mean, Azmi's gotta know that it's GTG. Azmi has it marked as Spirit Temple, but I don't know why. Okay, so now he has Deku marked as Spirit Temple. So I think he just had them both marked, just so it was like one of them had to be Spirit Temple out of the remaining dungeons. Alright, Synii coming over here real quick to do the hammer chest in Gerudo Valley. Just a heart, so nothing super special. And we got a double heart get. Alright, Synii's getting a lot of skulls here that Azmi didn't get, so, I mean, like I said, Synii's skull count is, like, really racking up here. We got 37 now for Synii, whereas before I think I only had him marked as 27, so in the last little bit he's collected quite a few skulls, and this is about to be 38 right here, so he's, like, almost tied with Azmi. Oh my god, look at all these big chests in GTG. Could be big. Alright, well there's a bomb chew bag for Azmi. And then over here, oh my god, we got 2 more big chests behind the key ring. So hopefully they won't have to look very far for them. Azmi hitting the switch, but is Azmi gonna collect the rupees? Oh, he is. I guess he has access to clear toilet, so we're gonna go clear toilet right away since we're here. Not a great check to clear, but he's gotta clear everything, I think. Could be fools? I don't think so. There's a oh my god, Azmi. There's a possibility that GTG is, like, has no items in it, but they'll never find a hint for it, because we already have our 5 foolish dungeons. Azmi, you need hover boots to cross that. I don't know if he's good. Yeah, he's gonna try again. Unfortunately, I think you need a long shot to be able to get out of there too. Oh, he's gonna get that one last. Yeah, you need to get it last if you don't have hover boots or long shot. Okay, here we go. This is the correct order. Unfortunately, Azmi forgot to turn off the fire. I think he didn't think he'd have enough time. Oh my god, Azmi! Azmi is locked and loaded. He's going to clear this no matter what. Oh my god, Azmi, please. This is actually really hilarious, but kind of not at the same time. Oh, Azmi fucking dies. And used his other fairy. Oh man, when is that gonna be a fucking Twitch emote? Azmi fucking dies. That's great. Haven't used a fairy in GTG. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this is a pretty rough GTG. Hover boots emote. I don't know, it's just not as funny. Okay, Azmi's gonna be really careful here. Yeah, we're not taking any chances. Yeah, #1 seed, everybody. #1 seed. Yeah, we're making sure that camera is fucking turned. Alright. Okay. Azmi has cleared the room. Everyone give him a nice clappa. Oh my god, Azmi. That one was just on purpose. That one was the encore performance. There's there's no way that was by accident. Yeah, good job, Azmi. Never mind. At least we made it. Now, Synii. Synii has come all the way into Zora's domain, so we're gonna do these checks. Getting letter here would be absolutely, like, astounding. Because we haven't seen any child Zora's domain checks. I could see there being an item here, for sure. I love that silver rupee sound. Can't remember who that is, though. I think it's Ruto. Azmi taking a swim around the room to collect his thoughts, and Azmi might... I was gonna say Azmi might drown, but he has the fucking Zora tunic. I wonder if he's gonna equip it. Yeah, he's gonna equip it. The Zora tunic, exactly the same color as the Kokiri tunic. Love it. It's that nice tunic from Volvagia coming in clutch. No fairy to save him there. Alright, all that work for a piece of heart. Absolute monster. Alright, continuing on in GTG, we're going the other way now. If Azmi wants to come back here as child to sling open those first 2 checks in the lobby, we're gonna have to play Din's Fire again to get in, because I think you need to do it as both adult and child. Unfortunately for Synii, all that time spent doing Zora's Domain, there's not really anything that's come up. Just another bottle, but didn't really need that. Maybe if it had a letter in it, would have been a little nicer, but nah. I could see Synii being going adult here, and then coming back to do Fire Temple, and that would have him be pretty in tune with where Azmi's at. Azmi continuing on. Don't have strength 2 to make it past the block. Don't even have strength 1 yet. But the tides have definitely The tides have definitely turned for Synii in terms of skulls. I think that Synii I have marked as having 39 skulls, but I don't know if he got any more as child that I didn't see. So 39 skulls versus Azmi. The last time I recorded him collecting a skull, he was at 38. And Azmi opening that wooden chest to like try and hopefully get a recovery heart or something. Because he's about to lose a full heart here when he jumps into the lava, so... Oh, well, Azmi can't do this anyway because we don't have a bow yet. I forgot. Oh, Synnii's getting this skull. Love it. Oh, and you can just reach down. Very nice. So Synii at 41 skulls. Very nice. We're almost home. I think with strength, it would be a pretty quick journey back to Water Temple. What's back here? Just a wooden chest. Oh yeah, Synii never came in here. That's right. Synii probably kicking himself like, 2 big chests, but oops, one of them isn't anything, and I think the other one had Nehru's Love. Oh, inside Jabu, one can find Deku Tree, so we know Deku's here, and that means DC is in GTG entrance. So there we go. Oh, Azmi changed his mind. Decided to come do something else. Not sure what, though. Alright, Synnii's coming for another hint. Synii is really starved. Wants more of those Woths. What do we got here? Ice Cavern, another Ice Cavern Woth. We know it's not double, so... Because there was only one item there. Alright. I just want Azmi to collect a skull. So we can see how many skulls Azmi's at. Is this a 50 skull seed? It sure is. They're almost there. I think both of them have 40 plus skulls. Synii I know has 41. And the last time I saw Azmi get a seed, he had 38. But I don't know how many he has right now. Yeah, so Synnii's got 42 skulls. So we're almost there. And of course, I kind of jinxed it before they started the seed. So, you know, I was... I kind of screwed them from the beginning. Okay, Azmi about to come grab this ice trap over here. Way of the Hero ice trap, for sure. Alright, and Synii is for sure going back to Fire Temple. Okay, that was bigger on crafts something. So, it wasn't anything. So, Azmi got that claim check from somewhere earlier. But it's not going to be useful for anything. I wonder if Synii will choose to go higher in Fire Temple. Maybe not, because knowing you can access GTG and like check out everything that's there could be really big. I mean, there's a lot of checks in GTG, but at the same time, like we already know nothing's there. Synii could make the play to go check it as child as well. Happy Taco Tuesday. You know what? That makes me really sad because I don't have a Taco Bell where I live. So I can't even like go get tacos. I mean, there's a lot of places to get tacos, but they're not as good as Taco Bell. Man, I really want tacos now, but I don't have like anything to make tacos. After this race, I should go to the store and buy stuff to make tacos. And it's all your fault. A skull in the market, and Azmi is going to do it. Is this a skull seed? Yes, this is a 50 skull seed for strength. And as far as I know, it's their first logical strength as well. there's been no strength as far as the eye can see anywhere in this seed yet. So, what the hell is that sound coming from Azmi's cuckoos? Alright, Azmi has 41 skulls. So Azmi with 41 skulls and Synii with 42 skulls. So they're essentially tied in terms of skulls. It's the moving sound from the chews? Really? I just hear them, you know, that they do that zzz sound as they move, not the blinking ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. But randomizer? It's the sound coming from the chews that's randomized. Oh, okay. I thought it was the cuckoos for some reason. Okay, yeah, you're right. I thought you were saying what I was hearing was that, and I was like, no. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Uwu Wednesday. What do you do on Uwu Wednesday? Watch anime? This is the first time we've seen either of them get this skull in this seed this far into it. That's actually kind of crazy. I wonder what Azmi's gonna do now. Anime is every day, but you are correct. That's a big mood. At least it used to be a big mood. I haven't watched anime in a long time. Alright, so Synii dumping out his bugs. We don't need those anymore. We're gonna get some fairies. Neither of them buying the tunic. Synii buying 2 fairies just so we're ultra prepared. And then, yeah, Synii is gonna go beat Volvagia right away. And then we'll see if we see an instant GTG play. I can't imagine that Synii doesn't clear GTG faster than Azmi did. So I really want to watch the 1,000-Year War arc for Bleach, but I want to wait until it's like fully come out. Because I don't think it's like fully out, is it? Because I just want to binge it. Alright, 43 skulls for Azmi. He takes the lead by 1 skull. Cow Jam. That's great. Man, I love Donut. Such a good emote. Alright, so I haven't kept track of Synii's damage on Volvagia, but it's probably looking pretty okay-ish. Alright, so we're abandoning that bomb, so unfortunately no bow to make the snipes with. Synii's gonna be dying here for sure. Deadass Skull Seed. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Hit Volvagia in the head once with the hook shot. Maybe able to slash a second time. Nope. Still keeps the hook shot out. So this should be all. This should be all that's needed. Just a jump slash here. Oh, not quite. Synii had not quite enough damage. So both those fairies coming in clutch here. Azmi done adult fishing. We both know that it's, or we already know that it's dead. We looking at a 3-hour seedish? Maybe. There's They only have 3 dungeon rewards. Well, Sinii's about to get his 3rd dungeon reward in a second, so... This is what happens when a website gives you 1,000 emote slots. You find the stupidest emotes you can. Alright, there we go. Vivagia is dead. Forever. Oh, that's something that Azmi hasn't done that Synii did, was Water Temple. I could have sworn Azmi popped in to check the middle chest, but maybe Azmi didn't do the bottom. I can't remember. Either way, Azmi's gonna be out of here pretty fast. Azmi not checking what's in the middle there for some reason. Alright, and Sinii's gonna be getting his Zora tunic. Very nice. With that magic, Din's Nocturne, we're going to be able to gain access to GTG, so I can't imagine Synii decides to opt out. Azmi has magic coming in here, so we're going to get to see this check, whereas we couldn't see it when Synii did it, because Synii didn't have magic yet. So that's a shame for Synii if this contains a big chest. Which it doesn't, but it's got a skull, so a skull is basically a big chest. And would you look at that, Synii is actually continuing in Fire Temple. This could be really big if he finds a progression item. Just because, I mean, unless Synii decides to leave, but if Synii doesn't or finds a progression item here, then there won't be any reason to go back to GTG right away until you, like, you know, run out of things to do. Alright, the fairy's being stupid, so Sinii's just heading out. And we'll see if Synii does continue to go higher up. Okay, Iron Boots being way of the hero means that Azmi probably wants to check what's oh, that's gonna miss. Azmi probably wants to check what's in the Azmi, you gotta go the other direction. Oh, it hit it. Alright, it's just a skull up there. Which, I mean, is good, but it's just a skull, so... Alright, Synii with the nice hot setup to come up here. This skull is guaranteed to be a skull because it's turned off in the skull sanity. So Synii knows that he's going to be getting a skull from this check. Which, oh, it's just a heart. I guess it's guaranteed to be a junk hint then. It's still skull sanity, but it's turned off, as in it won't be a big item. Hey, hey. I've never seen anyone go out of their way to get one of these skulls. I thought that it was just turned off in the randomizer. So, kind of sucks for Synii there. What? What? Every time Azmi uses a hook shot, that what? Alright, so this might be a big item just because, you know, we got Way of the Hero. Oh, a nice, nice boss key. Boss key, good Way of the Hero, just because, you know, I'll put a, oh, I can't, oh, there we go. Just because boss key lets them complete water, which gives them Song of Storms, which is kind of important, possibly, if there's something in bottom of the well. Unfortunately, they still need the long shot, so. I'm gonna have to make a note to mention to Synii about that one skull in Fire Temple. And I thought it worked the same way as he did too. Alright, Synii just checked the bottom of Fire Temple, not going to go any higher. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I kind of don't. Because it's like, no, Synii doesn't need to go up in fire. It's kind of long. And it's out of logic without the strength. But I mean, it's just skulls. It's not really dungeon progression to get that, so. Either way, Synii could get more skulls in GTG here. And again, like I said, this has to be completed faster than Azmi did it for sure. Like, I can't imagine it takes Synii longer than like a minute to get those silver rupees. Not that I'm trying to speak too soon, but you know. There's also the possibility of the lobby chest having those two potential items that they haven't seen yet. Alright, Azmi with 46 tokens. So Azmi is only 4 tokens away from finishing his token spree. Is probably going to get the token in Goron City on the center, because I don't think Azmi did that before, and then the one in lower Death Mountain Trail, I think he did, but either way, we're going to get this one here too. Maybe Azmi did get that one in Goron City right away. I don't remember, it was so long ago. Either way, 47 skulls is pretty good, so I guess now Azmi's going to go to get the 2 in Colossus and the 1 in Wasteland, and then the last one will be on the roof in CAC, because we saw Synii get that one, but we didn't see Azmi get it. Alright, so Synii only needs 1 silver rupee. It looks like we're gonna do this first try. Imagine that. 48 skulls for Azmi. It's gotta feel so nice, but also not really, finishing 50 skulls in a 50 skull seed. Because on one side of the coin, you're like, oh yeah, now I can play the game. But on the other side, it's like, oh man, what have I been doing all this time? I wonder if Azmi is just gonna like straight up clear GT or Dodongos, because it's out of the way, sure, and it's barren. But that's the thing; it's out of the way. Like he won't ever want to go back to a GTG entrance, and you could probably find some skulls there. So may as well clear it just to like get the reward. Sure, it's a stone, and you've already cleared a stone. But, I mean, what are the odds of going back to Jabu? Oh, man, both of these were skulls. Oh, that's right. When Synii came here, he didn't have magic. So that's 50 skulls for Azmi. Azmi is donezo collecting skulls. Insanely lucky. And yeah, we're not going to GTG after all. So, yeah, Azmi going straight into CAC. And then from here, I imagine we'll go, and I actually don't know. There's a lot of places Azmi could go from here, and it's like, which one is the first choice? Maybe back to Forest Temple? Because now that you can clear the rest of Forest, it's like, you know, yeah. May as well just go do Forest Temple. Synii doing some Azmi strats. I like that Synii is clearing this room before going around, because now Synii will be able to end in the push block room instead of continuing on like Azmi did, going through the eye statue room. So this is some new ground for Azmi. Azmi can now like kind of go wherever he wants. With strength, you can clear more stuff in fire logically. You can clear more stuff in forest temple. You can clear more stuff in water temple. And if you find another strength, you're just like on the road to do more stuff in GTG as well. Newgrounds. I played a game from Newgrounds just yesterday. It wasn't on Newgrounds, but it was originally from Newgrounds. RIP Adobe Flash Player. Am I right? Alright, so Synii actually came back to Fire Temple. This is something I was not expecting. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in high school making Flash animations and playing making like Flash games and stuff. It was some good times. How many skulls? Last time I saw Synii collect a skull, he was at 42. Synii like managed to get like more skulls than Azmi, but then Azmi kind of went power mode at the end of the 40s and like immediately just like got all his skulls. Oh, I need to mark Azmi's strength. That's right. Thank you. That's a big one. That's a big one to have marked. Alright, so Synii will have to rethrow a bomb here. There's no way you can make it up. Having hit it with the bomb from down there, especially when you gotta take care of your ground jump. So we are both seeing new stuff from both of them, and it will be kind of funny if Synii does find his second strength further up in Fire Temple, because right now Synii is playing out of logic, being past that strength block, so he could get anything. And it could even be right here. This could be strength, and then all of a sudden he doesn't have to worry about skulls until he's ready to go do spirit. Oh, it's the bow! That's just as good, I think. Oh, I think we got another big chest up there, too. So upper fire could have lots of goodies in it. Bow is a pretty big one because now he doesn't have to go child to go back to GTG. It's just a quick nocturne play and then you're kind of there. So that's pretty spicy. Azmi does have some checks locked by Bow here. Obviously you can't do both the pose and the eye switch in the block room. So if Synii decides to go back to Forest Temple with strength, then Sinii's gonna be like hella lit. AF. Alright, and what do we have around the corner here from Synii? Obviously, this would have been... I guess it's not really bow locked, but it's like... something locked. Yeah, it's just a wooden chest, so you don't want to come around there for that. And even if you can jump off the top. Alright, have a good night, Foss. Oh, in the bow chest we got something else, too. What is this? Just bomb chews. Unfortunately, nothing super big. Synii, that was... Oh, Azmi is going up higher up in Fire Temple. Would you look at that? I guess there really isn't a whole lot for them to do otherwise. So Azmi's going to get that bow, and then maybe go back to do Fire Temple for a third time. would be kind of funny, but kind of not really. Oh, it's a skull chest over here. That's what he came all the way over here for. So now we have a definitive answer. Synii is at 43. So yeah, he hadn't collected any skulls since last time. Yeah, the VODs are always saved. So. Alright, thank you for the Joels. Hello, Joel check. There's so many dumb emotes. Alright, what else do we have up here? Just a heart. I mean, anything that Synii gets him here isn't gonna really give him an advantage just because Azmi's gonna get it too. But Azmi will have to backtrack Forest Temple if it's something that is in Forest Temple with that bow. I mean, I think Azmi might have left... No, Azmi didn't leave Furores behind because he used Furores to get into Fire Temple. So Azmi will have to... Well, I mean, why would you ever Furores in Forest Temple when you can just play... play Minuet and you're suddenly back? Azmi just pushed the block once. Okay, he actually did it this time. I think last time he didn't. It's like you don't need a setup if you push it like literally just once. After a month, they all get erased. Highlighted videos never get erased. Past broadcasts get deleted after 2 weeks. Unless you're like Twitch Turbo, in which case they last a month. Ooh, here's another big chest for Synii. Fire arrows. Whoops, that's the wrong side. But Azmi gets the bow, so bow be pretty spicy. Yeah, and even if they did get deleted off Twitch, I eventually export all the videos over to YouTube as well, just because I think watching videos on YouTube is way easier than watching them on Twitch. Even though YouTube is like kind of AIDS these days with their like incredible like, you know, ad policies and stuff. They're really hawking that YouTube Premium. So Synii is going out of his way for these skull chests, which Azmi will get to skip. So every skull that he gets in here is a little bit kind of wasted. Yeah, Azmi was the first to 50 skulls. What's the name on YouTube? It's just Banjo Race. There should be a link to it underneath the stream that says YouTube. I think the Twitch page I linked to YouTube, Discord, and I think that's it. There's a laughing page too, which is like my favorite, one of my favorite YouTube videos ever. It's just Wario laughing. Oh, we're coming back to GTG for the key ring. Very nice. So now we'll be able to get all those big goodies inside GTG here. I do really like this. Alright, so we got 2 small chests, so don't need to come over there. Do need to go back to the eye statue room eventually, but not for the upper door. 2 more big chests to check. One of these could very well be a strength. Just because bow was out of logic, so you needed strength to get it. A seed bag, not especially useful. Okay, Azmi's just straight up leaving. And Azmi's going right back to GTG, so Azmi's gonna... Oh, it was a strength! Look at that. So Synii now has a strength. So, yeah, Azmi's going to find that, and that'll be strength 2. Doesn't really do a whole lot, although it will let Azmi check behind the strength block in GTG. So Azmi's going to be able to clear the rest of his GTG with this strength too. And right now, like, they're pretty much just neck and neck. Like, with the strength 2, I can't imagine Azmi doesn't come back to Forest as well, just because what else do you do, right? I mean, I guess Azmi could go to Water Temple, because with strength you can now push all the blocks and kind of clear all that out, but obviously you can't beat it because you don't have, you know, long shot. However, I mean, Synii, like, not Synii, but both of them have already beaten Forest Temple. So it's like, will Azmi choose to go back here as well, especially since he's been back here a second time? So there's Azmi's strength 2. You went to do a workout? Man, I wish that was me. You bet there's something in strength 2 check? It could be. Yeah, well, you'd save quit out no matter what. Yeah, and he is going, so. Yeah, ever since COVID, I've just been, like, so lazy about going to the gym. He was getting his harmonica ready. It's a kazoo, apparently. Oh, I see. Yeah, core workout is like the lowest priority for me, even though it should be the highest. Alright, nothing there. And Azmi's gonna go right back in. And then we're gonna get the strength 2 block. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the order Azmi did this in. Maybe it's less walking to, like, leave this way than it is to leave the other way. But I feel like having to, like, hook shot and then jump, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Either way, we have a big chest in behind the strength 2 block. Could be something important. It's another bomb bag. Nothing super important. Oh, we have another big chest, though. This one could be the important one. It's the real scale this time. Also not important. Yeah, so Azmi is going back to Water Temple, so if Synii finds something in Forest Temple, that could be pretty huge. But then at the same time, Azmi could just find something important in Water Temple. They're both, oh, I forgot to, I keep forgetting to give Synii his medallions. They're both tied 3-3, the same dungeons, which makes sense since they're locked behind the same thing. Oh, was there something on the boss key chest? If there was, I'm sure Azmi would have immediately come straight back here, because he's already seen all this stuff. Unless Synii didn't do the jump slash to go down to fight the floor masters. Oh, it's a skull, that's why. Why doesn't Azmi finish out Forest? Because he's not new, he's got new ground to clear. And Azmi's already been back to Forest. So he probably just doesn't want to take a second or a third trip here. Like, the only thing Azmi doesn't know is what's on the bow checks. And so far, it's nothing. Well, they've already completed the dungeon, so... Like, they both completed Forest on their first trips here. all Synii is doing is full clearing it with the bow. Now that Synii has a strength, though, that strength 2 isn't really, on 50 skulls, isn't really that important. Because until they find a Kokiri sword, there's no reason to ever need to go to Spirit Temple. So, the fact that Azmi has his 50 skulls done isn't, like, that important. One thing that it does mean is that Azmi won't need to go out of his way to clear the skull chest that he finds in dungeons, and Synii will. So he'll save a little bit of time there. But I mean, Synii just got less skulls earlier in the seed, and so he's just eating that time then. So it's not like a super big deal. They might not even need that second strength because they logically like went out of their way to like not get it. Sneeze bomb choose. We already saw Azmi get that Schlongster. There's 2 checks here. Azmi never went further than that in Forest because both of these last 2 checks require the bow in the like checkered room and the pose. And so these last 2 checks Azmi hasn't gotten. So if there's something big, then Azmi will have to come back here. Have they checked CAC bow? Not yet. They haven't been back to CAC since getting the bow in Fire Temple. Ooh, there is a big chest behind one of these bow lock chests. What do we got here? Haha, it's just a Goron tunic. Unfortunately, they've both like Synii's full cleared fire. He's never going back, so. And Synii already has 500 rupees in his wallet too, so it ain't happening, son. I wonder if Synnii's gonna use his fire arrows here to hit this, which he should. Yeah, there we go. Love seeing this, because even if you don't hit the eye switch straight on, as long as you melt the ice, it counts as hitting the switch. Alright, here it is, the last check in Forest Temple. Will it be anything super crazy? We will see. It doesn't look like it, but I can't see. It's hidden behind the sword icon. Oh, it's just a skull chest, but Synii wants that. Synnii's almost there. 47 skulls. We're 3 skulls away from getting strength 2. And now Synii is going to join Azmi in Water Temple. And this is basically, they're basically tied. Oh, we haven't seen what's on Shoot the Sun yet either. Water Temple buddies, yeah. Synnii's cleared a couple things in Water Temple, but Azmi had Din's Fire, or Azmi had Magic on his first trip to Water Temple, and so he's cleared a little bit more than Synii has. Synii was able to drop the water level and then immediately leave, so... What's Azmi doing here? Oh, he's setting up doing this, which is normally you need a long shot to do this, but not quite in the right spot. Alright, we got 48 skulls, we're almost there. Alright, and now Azmi's going through all this trouble to, I was gonna say reset the water level. But we made it. And Azmi can go through to Dark Link now. That Song of Time could come in handy for Dark Link. There could be a chest on the river in Water Temple. So I imagine Azmi's probably going there right now. Clear this on the way, the skull chilling here, which does require long shot. Double defense though. Would be useful to have it, but they don't, so they're not going to go out of their way for it. And Synii going to be getting the boss key from underneath. Clearing a water temple as fast as they can also will give them access to Song of Storms once again. And so, I mean, that'll be nice to have. Unfortunately, can't really do anything without long shot, so I wouldn't be surprised if they found long shot in Water Temple. But needing Song of Storms, it probably wouldn't be a vanilla long shot. It would probably be like French vanilla, you know, something like a little later in the dungeon. But it might be close. Or it could just be another item and then they have to leave and come back. Because this seems to be the trolliest of troll seeds. Alright, the boss key has been gotten. There's no access to the basement, and so that'll clear some things off of Sinii's checklist to do. Obviously can't do the middle chest because we don't have a long shot or a hover boots. Oh. Azmi with a really nice looking Dark Link so far with a roll back and then a nut to like 45-degree angle. Wow. Nice and easy. Everybody who doesn't know how to do Dark Link needs to take a lesson. Alright, that was a lot faster of a setup. Oh, and Synii isn't even pulling out his ocarina. Synii just making it right up. Doesn't even need Pierre. Oh, there was a big chest there. What did Azmi get? Oh, it must have been an ice trap. Alright, so 2 checks left for Azmi. Well, 3, I guess, including Dragon Head. So we got the skull, the river chest, and then Dragon Face. So one of these probably has some big item. Rudo's letter. There it is. So Rudo's letter and river chest. So Song of Time could possibly lead to... Oh, Azmi already checked Dragon Head chest. Alright, so the other chest was just nothing, so... Wait, what is Synii doing? Why is he lowering the water level again? Did Synii, like, miss something? I'm pretty sure Synii got everything, right? Oh, Sinii's doing this. But I mean, Synii can just do this later, like at the end of Dark Link. Like, you fight Dark Link, and then you... I'm so confused. It's like you fight Dark Link, and then you just, like, get this at the end of River. Oh, this was the key ring. Yeah, you're right. You're right, that was the key ring. I thought key ring was somewhere else. Yeah, there's no keys to get to Dark Link until you do this. That's right. That's why Azmi did this. Yes, you're right. So Azmi immediately going into Jabu, which is Deku. So clearing Deku Tree's child will give them full access to everything. Obviously, there won't be any shenanigans with their with the flames or anything, having to shoot your bow at a weird angle. Azmi's quite ahead now. I mean, Synii is gonna be getting the letter in a second. So like Synii isn't gonna be like in Water Temple for that much longer. Yeah, Synii needs to be like more to the left. There we go. Alright, this time we're gonna hookshot Pierre, because I guess he's already out. Don't need to do it a second time. Azmi's still gonna clear Zora's domain here first. We already saw Synii do this earlier, and so, I mean, this'll, you know, eat up a little bit more time. Azmi already knows that Zora's Fountain is barren, whereas Synii didn't when Synii went to Zora's Fountain. But I guess both of them have already been to Zora's Fountain, because they needed to go there to get the Fire Temple, so... either way, I'm sure that Synii is going straight to Jabu after he's done in. Oh, Synii thought about getting the double defense for a second, just like maybe could be useful, but decided not to. Alright, so Azmi done with Zora's domain, just a little bit of a delay. It's a nice blue potion for his efforts. Did Azmi turn in the letter? Oh, it must be the letter that the fish is in. Yeah, for some reason I didn't see him like give it to King Zora, but that must have been the first thing he did when he went back up. Alright, so I would say right now, yeah, you're right, Azmi probably does have a pretty decent lead. Because Azmi, I feel like, is on a linear path right now. Other than going back to Forest Temple, there's only like one place he can really do things. It's like clear Deku, you get an item from Deku, go use that item somewhere. And then it's like, you know, he's just going to be moving from item to item. Hello, Oni Helix. So there's not a whole lot of leeway for him to kind of move around. Yeah, this is true. I got that on the tracker. So there's hover boots. So again, now after Azmi is done in Azmi's done in Deku Tree, he can like just kind of go to Shadow, and then he'll get an item in Shadow, and then he'll, you know, just keep moving from place to place. Deku and Shadow will give him 2 more medallions, though. That'll be the 2 medallions he needs for his Ganon's Castle. And so from there, he only needs 1 more dungeon, and it could be DC because, I mean, DC is a nice, easy pick. Unfortunately, it's all the way across the desert, so he'll have to walk all the way back there. But I mean, with Bomb Chews, it's a really easy pick. Unless, of course, he finds a long shot somewhere. Yeah, but again, Synii is pretty close as well. Ooh, Synii doesn't have the scale, though. Where did Azmi get that scale? That was from GTG, right? The final chest in GTG was that 2nd scale, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, with the items Azmi has, he's pretty clear for light arrows. Azmi, what are you doing? Oh, he's trying to do the stick with flame storage. He's trying to do the strat where you don't put it away, but he failed. So now he has to push the block. And look at that, Azmi. You had Din's fire. He was trying to be fancy. Alright, so Synii unfortunately can't go to Zora's Domain, or Lake Hylia, to get to Zora's Domain because we don't have a scale. Oh, that's right, it was behind the Strength 2 block in GTG. I knew it was in GTG, I just couldn't remember where. So that's saving Azmi a little bit of time, having that extra strength. Very nice. The banjo sounds are almost cursed. The banjo model as adult is entirely cursed. So imagine Azmi will hit Goma with a slingshot here just to get that extra stun time to be able to guarantee the one cycle. I don't know. I imagine maybe. But I think this is designed for like the original Ocarina of Time ROM. I know very little about it. I mean, they're both kind of doing stuff we've already seen the other person do, so it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, I know next to nothing about Ship of Harkinian or whatever it's called. Alright, so Azmi going adult, we're going right to Shadow Temple because we can complete it. The only chance we can't complete it is if the key ring is on the long shot Pierre chest. That would be kind of bad. Because then we need long shot. And at that point, instead of beating DC, you just go beat water. Because you already have the boss key for water. But long shot could still be like anywhere, so. And then on top of that, there's also, oh yeah, they need light arrows, right? So. Alright, Synii still 2 skulls down. Has to go get his strength glove from the spider house once we're done. I don't think there were any skull chests in Deku. Or I think I saw one upstairs. So I think Synii can complete his skull quest in Deku. Watch light arrows be mirror shield check. Needing any other item kind of sucks. Needing strength 2 for light arrows is one of those things that's like, you know, yeah. The Kazooie kind of jutting out from like Banjo's body is like just really funny. There is an updated version that Pixel uses that nobody else has asked for, but it's I don't know, it fixes the model and it gives Banjo just kind of a better, less janky look. I guess I should have marked off Sinii's letter. An inflatable Kazooie outfit, I know, right? Except Banjo's legs are also like behind him, right? And then Kazooie's legs are under him because you're technically walking with Kazooie's legs. Oh, you have it now, Oni? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Alright, Azmi's going straight for the end. I guess you have to because you don't have key rings, so. Azmi, you're hitting the gate. Alright, what do we have over there? Just a nut. That means the key ring is on the far side. 50 skull, locked light arrows, and light trial. I mean, it would be a great seed for the for these guys to have. Yeah, your models are excellent. I'm not sure what Synii is trying to do here. Oh, maybe this is what Azmi was like trying to do. Oh no, it's not. Synii was just doing like a cooler looking setup for ground jump, and then just automatically dins fire. Ooh, Synii sniped the scrub. Synii is going to be pretty caught up to Azmi almost. Azmi's going to be like finishing up the adult shadow here, whereas Synii is going to be going like just entering shadow. So it's basically the back half of shadow. Hey D. Oh, and we got another big chest right at the end of Shadow Temple with our next item, the long shot. So Azmi is now officially in glow mode. With the long shot, Azmi can go back to Water Temple and beat it, as well as I don't know. That's all I really had. So Azmi is going to clear out the back of Shadow here, looking for light arrows, just in case it happens to be here. Gonna pick up those arrows after all. So there's another set of, or another dungeon completed for Synii. Azmi is pretty clearly ahead of Synii at this point, though. I think the only hope of, the only real hope of Synii catching up is if they need to, like, split up. If they need to split up, and, you know, go look for an item, and Synii finds it first. Thoughts on chili? It's good. I like that it's very versatile. You know, you can kind of put whatever you want in it, and people know what it is. I like chili with, like... I like chili with, like, ground beef and veggies in it. But, I mean, I know that there's chili that has, like, steak in it, and chicken, and like, turkey. There's chili with and without beans. There's chili, like, you know... One of my favorite chilies, which is kind of like, you know, a lot of people go, whoa, that's kind of weird. I saw it on a recipe once. It's got, like, carrot in it and cinnamon. So it's like the carrot is, you know, gives it kind of a sweetness. I mean, chili from Texas is usually just, like, pretty standard chili con carne, right? I think Texas-style chili doesn't have beans in it, but I don't know. I prefer red kidney beans or chickpeas in chili. But I'm sure Texas chili tastes the same as any other kind of chili. Just kind of depends on what the spices are in it and stuff. Either way, long story short, I do enjoy chili, yes. Sweet potato instead of carrot for chili. That sounds kind of good too. Like when I make my own chili, I usually do... Ooh, I thought Azmi was going to fall off there. When I do chili, I usually do ground beef, green pepper, onion, kidney beans, and diced tomato, and then also crushed tomato. Because that way you get, like, you know, the puree plus Fritos. Yeah, that's just weird. I know some people like cheese on their chili and like sour cream and Fritos and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't like anything on my chili. It's just eat it as is. It's real good. And then spices, I mean, just like salt, pepper, chili powder, maybe some cumin. Obviously, like red chili flakes and stuff like that. You're making chili? Yeah, I'm kind of hankering for some chili now, too. Although, I'm hankering for everything. Earlier, I was talking about making tacos, so... I think tacos is still on the menu. Alright, Azmi now has the ice key equipped. We're gonna be seeing some major destruction happening. And Azmi's almost at the end of the dungeon. It's kind of funny that we're like, you know, we still don't have the boss key yet. I will gladly accept all of your chili. Whatever gets it to me faster. Throw it right at my mouth. My mouth will gladly accept it. Oh, there's the boss key. And over here we got some arrows. So Azmi's probably going to go, yeah, right to the boss. So if we need to come back to Shadow for light arrows later, then it's... Ooh, Azmi saved the heart. What a smart little boy. I would love if I sat down for a job interview and my interviewer pulled out a pot of chili. And I'd be like, oh, yes, please. Dude, imagine a job interview where you got to eat chili. Wouldn't that just be the life? Alright, Azmi has reached the end of Shadow Temple, whereas Synii is about to start the forward trek through Shadow Temple. So we know that the boss key is like one of the furthest checks forward in Shadow Temple that you can go. So Homer Simpson at the Chili Festival. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. I don't like my chili to be very spicy. I'm kind of a spice weenie. Right, Azmi mashing, but just barely manages to make it out. Like a little heat is good, but nothing like you know, like really hot. Like if you need to forage into the Amazon for some peppers to like put in your chili, it's probably too spicy for me. Alright, unfortunately for Azmi, no light arrows sitting and waiting right at the bottom of Shadow. But we are one dungeon closer to being done. So Azmi's just gonna quickly do that. Do. Yep. Let's do a sound check for Synii. Synii still has the terrible sound. Man, Synii's gotta be like just. He's gotta have like a tumor in his ear or something like that. Streamed music. It's not streamed. It's just custom music that replaces the original music files. It's something, I don't know. Like the game isn't lagged, it's just the audio that's lagged. So Synii is coming this way first, which I do like, but unfortunately that means the very furthest check in Shadow Temple is the one that has the boss key on it. So Azmi's gonna have a long time to look for these light arrows without Synii. Unless Synii decides to go backwards in, oh, ice drop. Unless Synii decides to go backwards in Shadow from this way, in which case it's like, is he cheating? Who knows? But it would be a really hot play to just decide to go backwards. That would definitely save a lot of time. But, I mean, like, nobody has done that. Oh my god, he's doing it! He's doing it! So Synii is definitely going to find the boss key. This is, like, an insane play. Yeah, Azmi's going straight for Ganon after this, but Synii is about to save like 10 minutes over Azmi in Shadow Temple. Like, for real, for real. Because in the next room is where the boss key is, and that's normally, like, the last place you would ever go on the route. This is the butt clincher, yep. If Azmi needs to look for an item that Synii doesn't have, and the two of them decide to go to, like, different areas, then, it's just over. Like, if light arrows are in Spirit, or, if light arrows are in Spirit, or, Ganon's Castle, then it's a real clincher. Alright, so Synii's like, okay, we got the boss key, let's just go beat the boss. Synnii's not even checking the rest of Shadow. Which is fine, he already got his long shot, so it's like, eh. Jabu would be in the kick in the nuts. Jabu would also be bad. Jabu, I think, would be less bad than Spirit, though. Oh, look at that. Synii also using the Pierre. See, as a child, I thought that that Pierre was required to beat Shadow Temple. Because I didn't know how to get across the gap without being on the other side. Because you put a bomb by the bombs to blow up the statue, and there you go. But you needed to use Pierre to get to the other side. It wasn't until I started, I think it wasn't until I started doing Randomizer, like even doing Ocarina of Time speedruns, I didn't notice, but it wasn't until I started actually doing Randomizer that I saw that you could shoot those bomb flowers with a bow, and it would knock over the statue. I thought it was just a cool way to, like, require you to be able to do, like, come on, mash. Mash, Synii, mash! Anyway, I thought it required, using Pierre in the game's completion. Yeah, Synii getting, given the hand. Alright, unfortunately Synii doesn't have the big Goron sword, because we didn't continue further in Shadow. Come on, Azmi! Oh! Azmi got axed. Alright, safe. Alright, let me go ahead and give Synii his medallion right now, just so I don't forget again. Alright, and obviously Synii is going to be done right after, like, he's gonna go to Water Temple, like, right now. Will Azmi Synii get sub 3? If light arrows are in a good spot for Azmi, then sure. Azmi making sure to save, just so we don't lose a whole shit ton of progress. Light arrows are inside my castle. That's not what we wanted to see. So he has approximately a 50-50 chance that he gets cucked. Did you prophesize this? I mean, we talked about this at the beginning of the seed. So he still has a lot of chests. We got Forest, we got Shadow, we got Spirit, we got Water. Okay, Forest is out. Light Trial could potentially hold the final strength. Okay, Water Trial. Big chest. Nope, no big chest. Shadow and Spirit both have 2 checks in it, and now those are the last 2. We got 7 checks in Light Trial, 2 in Spirit, 2 in Shadow. Oh, there's a big chest. That's exactly what Azmi wanted to see. Shout out to Azmi, who said you could just hover over to that chest. I bet he's going to pull out the hook shot. Oh, no, he decided to hover. Alright, light arrows, light arrows, light arrows. Light arrows. So that's a wrap, folks. Unless Azmi, like, yeah, Synii not having a very good Morpha here. Azmi deserves less. I don't think he deserves less in this match. Maybe in the previous match, but I think this one was alright. Alright, Synii got him stun locked in the corner. No crouch stabs, but you said 3-ish and he proved it. Well done. Yep. It'll be less than 3. He's got like maybe 4 minutes left. Azmi with good equips. Light arrows bottle and switch to Master Sword. There we go. Nice and easy. So Azmi could like fall like 10 times, but that probably isn't gonna happen. There's Synii with the water or the nice forest medallion. Thank goodness we didn't have to go looking for another item, because you know that part of the seed is always like super terrible. Because, I mean, like I said, we could have had to look for Mirror Shield, we could have had to look for Boomerang, we could have had to look for Kokiri Sword. It was basically like a jamboree. Ba, ba, ba. This is a nice Ganon. And here Azmi thought he was gonna lose to Synii. I mean, it's just how it do, you know. Because they went out of logic in Fire Temple, turns out they actually didn't need 50 skulls for anything. Synii only has the 1 strength, so would have been a little better to know that sooner, but I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? Alright, so with the final hits, I don't really have anything anything left to say in this seed. Obviously, it was what it was. Nice little skull seed. We didn't see that last way of the hero. Could have been something pretty useful, but also could have been something that wasn't like super useful. Alright, GG 254.42 for Azmi. Let's go drag him in. Alright, you guys. GG's. GG's.
Damn.
Let me go ahead
Close
and,
one.
it was a very close one.
Alright, guys. GG.
Did Synii get light arrows yet?
Synii is just about to find out where they are, so I know Synii.
Just tell me.
Oh, light
frick
arrows
the seed.
Light arrows are in Shadow Trial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How much were you sweating, Azmi, when you saw they were in my castle?
I wasn't sweating that much. I was sweating when I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
But after water trial, I was like, shit, man, I don't want this to be light trial.
Yeah. Light trial would have been pretty terrible. It's
Yeah.
too bad that we didn't see any out of logic Fire Temple play sooner in the seed, because that second strength wasn't really necessary after all.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
you didn't use strength 2 for anything except scale, right? But
Right.
logically, you did need the strength on 50 skulls to get the strength higher up in Fire Temple.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Wait, where was the strength in Fire Temple?
oh, wasn't it in Fire Temple?
No, where
There
was
was one
it?
in
Where was
GTG.
it?
Oh, it was in GTG.
Yeah, the GTG one.
On the last. Oh,
Yeah,
right. It was
that
for
one.
Magic. Magic was higher
Yeah,
up in Fire
Magic.
Temple.
No, Magic wasn't Magic at the beginning?
God damn
Fire
it.
Temple?
I
Yeah, it
can't-
was. It was on the skull.
Oh, yeah,
at the beginning.
Fire Temple boss key loop. Yeah, what the hell am I thinking of that was higher in Fire Temple?
I
It
think,
was,
yeah, because there's a bow lit in
just-
fire.
oh, it was Bow. That was right, it was Bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so strength.
And that one could have been used to get the, yeah,
Yeah,
strength.
so out of logic, Bow, and then and then you could use that to get the strength from GTG.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
At least it was logically required 50. I committed to that as soon as possible. I was
yeah,
like,
you did.
yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because Azmi, I think you had like 37 skulls at the time. Synii had like 24 or something like that.
Yeah,
And then
I was not
Synii-
hard committing to it.
Yeah, then Synii had like a heavy like push for skulls and got like
Yeah.
39 when you had like 38.
That's
and
funny.
then Azmi just like pushed back again.
It's all
and
about like
hit
when I guess
50.
you just choose to do the child's right?
Yeah,
that's where all
because
the skulls
Synii,
are.
when Synii got the bugs in the bottle, that was when it really really
Went back even.
skyrocketed there.
Yeah, I figured we were gonna need that strength.
Yeah. So yeah, a couple the Goron City foolish hint came a little too late for both of you guys, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it on the way to.
Oh, and
Rosaria.
Azmi never found it.
Oh, I
wait.
found it.
Oh yeah.
I found it.
Oh, you marked. Oh, it says Ganon Castle on your.
Yeah, I
marker.
just
Yeah.
GC.
Yes, he never found it until like super late.
I found it like 10 minutes after I did Child Goron City.
Yeah.
But at least I didn't do the small rolling Goron.
Yeah, neither of you guys did the small rolling Goron. And I was like, come on, buy your tunic, but then no one bought the tunic. And
I was going to, but then I saw the door was closed. And I was like, you know, I don't want to open it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother
Yep,
just
but-
giving that
Yeah.
for a tunic.
Yeah, both you guys did the fairy Vivagia, but Synii had much rougher time doing
Really?
that.
What happened?
I got troll hold.
Yeah.
Oh,
Synii got
no.
trolled and
That's so sad.
Ended up using both fairies.
I was so scared about that. Yeah.
And yeah, Azmi, you pretty perfect Volvagia, but then ended up using one of your fairies
Yeah.
in
The
GT.
minimum you need is 5. I had 4. I had 5 max, but I lost a heart, so
Yeah.
I couldn't do it without losing to fairy.
Yeah, that was a pretty tragic. Your GTG collecting those silver.
Oh my
rupees.
god! I don't know what was going on. I just kept falling.
Yeah,
Just
I
like-
was like, you were just trying to rush it. It looked like, and you just kept missing the angles where you could grab ledges. And
I don't understand.
like, I don't know how much
happened?
health you had when you died in there, but
I had to
think
use a fairy there.
You fell at least like 8 or
Like,
9 times.
Yeah,
for
legit.
sure.
Oh
And then,
God.
and then you fell once again on like your way
Yeah,
out. As
I don't know why. I thought you couldn't make that jump. I was just so convinced. Oh, the Song of Time must be for that.
Yeah.
Then it
Yeah, I
was
was
just full
figuring
water temple.
GTG.
Yeah.
The Synii, you looked very confused when you checked for that skull in Fire Temple in the basement.
I thought skulls were supposed to be vanilla.
Yeah, the skulls are
So I figured it was going to be a skull.
The skulls are still randomized, but they're just junk items. The skulls that are turned off.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
thinking that would get
Yeah,
me
Synii
another skull in there.
Yeah, you did the
you
perfect.
checked the Song of Time one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's funny.
And it turned out to be a recovery heart, and then Synii just kind of stood there, and I was like, definitely
that's
thought
so
it was gonna be a
unfortunate.
skull, because that's a skull that isn't.
Yeah, that's
an
what I
item.
thought.
So
Yeah,
I think it can
I've done that
still.
before.
Yeah, I think it can still appear as a token, but it's just.
It can,
It's,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a junk item,
Yeah.
not Way of the Hero. I
Mhm.
was gonna say, speaking of that, neither of you guys found your last Way of the Hero.
Really? Oh yeah, I guess so.
I actually don't
4.
know what it was. Oh, it was
I
a
don't
water
know.
temple.
Oh. Oh, for Rudos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see why.
Yeah. Where was that hint?
Let's have a look. There were.
I went really like safe on hints too, and I didn't find it.
Yeah. Let me scroll up.
I went to
a
water
little
temple,
bit.
like,
It's all.
10
It,
times.
you know, obviously you got like fucking I'll just say Hyrule Field, Cow Grotto,
Classic.
and behind Deku Tree.
Oh, okay. I was never getting those.
Yeah,
so,
I'm
I mean,
never getting that.
Neither of you guys found Kokiri Sword, Mirror
Yeah.
Shield, Boomerang. When we were going up to Light Arrows, I was like, please don't have to look for another item. And then we said our castle. We were like, oh, probably need Strike 3. But I was like, Spirit Temple probably would have been the worst
Yeah.
choice. But got a little bit lucky there.
Yeah.
So either way, sorry for jinxing the seed before we started the race.
Yeah, apparently.
Synii, are your audio issues on your end or are they on like my end?
What?
On VLC?
What?
Your VLC window for us, like the game, was giving like really laggy sounding audio. And so I had to
Really?
switch to Azmi's audio. And I thought that was on your end. I thought it was just like a problem with your like game. And so I was like, oh god, I hope not, because that's probably like
Maybe it
really frustrating to listen to.
Yeah, I can't even hear it on. Well, of course I hear it. I can't hear the stream audio.
Oh, yeah, I had yours turned off anyway, so I was like, oh god, I hope
Yeah,
not, because
maybe
that's
it
probably like... But yeah, everything sounds like super crackly, and it's like the sound in your game was moving at like 80% speed, but it was
What?
still like
That's
being caught
very
up.
weird.
Yeah, if you go back and listen to the VOD earlier on, I just, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to switch over then.
But yeah, other than that, I can't think of a whole lot. You guys were trading spaces a lot in the first like half of the seed, like you guys split up. I mean, Synii got the hook shot like right at the very beginning of the seed.
Really?
Well,
Wait, what was
Synii
that?
immediately went to Bolero and got
Yeah, I checked Bolero immediately.
yeah, and got that Sun Song, and then just
Oh,
warped back to
oh.
CAC, did Graveyard, and got hook shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so I thought that was gonna play a little bit bigger, and it kind of led to a couple things. But then Azmi, you found the hammer way sooner.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not find that hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went child like as soon as I finished just CAC, and then during
Yeah,
that child
actually,
section, by the time I made it to CAC, I had 20 skulls. I was just able to get that
Yeah,
slingshot.
it's more that I couldn't find a slingshot.
Yeah. Yeah, it took
I
you
knew
a
the
while
target
to
had
get. It
something.
took you a while to get 20 skulls. Like I don't remember
Yeah,
when
I
you turned
never
it
had a
in, but
reason
it
to
was.
turn it in.
Yeah, it was probably like at least an hour and a half in or something like that. It was a pretty late 20 skulls.
Yeah, that's probably what happened to me this seed.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, kind of rare seed where we didn't see a whole lot of dungeons. Asmi, I thought for sure that when you were doing your reverse wasteland, you were gonna clear Dodongos, just because you
Yeah,
were pretty
and
close to, you know,
I was thinking
your
about it, but I was just
medals.
like, I'm probably gonna get like an item to do another dungeon anyways. Like I'd
Yeah,
prefer to do Jabu because I have it open already,
yeah,
and
that's
like
what I
anything
thought. And then
else.
of course both of you guys got saved by long shot, just kind of being on the path
Yeah,
in Shadow
I was
Temple.
actually about to
Yeah.
do DC before Shadow, but then I was like, I should probably do Shadow first.
Yeah. So finding that long shot, because both of you guys had
Yeah,
fully cleared water, essentially, and so it was like just easy, go there, bing bang, you're done.
yeah. I kind of had a stroke in Water Temple there for a minute. I was just confused on what to do. I
Oh,
like jumped down when the
Yeah,
water was at like the
I
mid
screwed up
level.
too.
yeah.
Uh,
Asmi, did you ever check that middle, like, chest going up? Because when you like, were facing the opposite direction when you
I
were, like,
did check that
frozen.
one. I checked down. It was like a heart, but like I checked it on the first go.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I missed that, because did you make 2 trips to Water
I
Temple
did.
then?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, because the second time you went there, I didn't realize you'd been there already. And so
Oh,
when you
okay.
were rising up to drop the water level, like you just like didn't even look at the
Yeah.
crack, and I was like, am I missing something
Yeah.
here?
That was a mistake because what I wanted to do was I wanted to play the like I want like on the first trip I wanted to lower the water level and then leave, but I forgot to lower the water level, so I just played this warp song. Then when I came back the second time, the water was at the worst height possible, and I had to go fix it. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the mistake of doing the pillar first before the dragon chest, so I had to
Oh
lower the
yeah.
water again.
I actually
Yeah.
made 3 trips to Water Temple. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, well the last trip to beat the boss. Yeah.
No, no, okay, no, including that 4 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. And
Yeah.
I also forgot that the keyring was on the water dragon, because when I saw Synii going back down to do that, I was like, why are you doing this now? And then I was like, oh, it doesn't have keyring.
Yeah,
Oh
I,
yeah.
I ordered it wrong.
Yeah. One last question I had before we're done here is, Synii, what made you go backwards through Shadow like that to the pot room? Is that just a normal route that I just haven't noticed you doing, or
I was
you
going
think,
to do that, but I
or
was
did you
didn't
think
want
like
I
I'm gonna
fig-
do that this seed?
I just figured I'd do it reverse.
Yeah,
Just quicker
it's a
check.
toss up, honestly.
Like, I don't have to go through the hallway, but I was mainly looking for the boss key to go beat Bongo.
It is a toss up
Yeah.
because you get access to checks faster, but like you get
Yeah.
access to like a lot more checks if you just wait a little longer if you go forward. So it's like
Yeah, but you
it's
reach
like,
the pot room sooner.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the power room is slow checks, but you
Yeah.
get there quicker with the other ones.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying.
I was
but,
considering
I mean,
skipping the pot room and coming back for it.
Really?
yeah. Well, the only reason I asked was because like. Yeah, that's like I just never seen anyone do that before, and so I was like, well, a good thing you decided to do it this seed, because it gets you a boss
Yeah.
key like 10 minutes
Yeah,
faster
that
than
saved.
Asmi
Yeah,
did.
definitely saved you time over me.
Yeah, Asmi went forward in Shadow, and so had to like just do the whole dungeon.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I should go look back at this VOD and like time the difference.
Yeah,
I have
it
2 good
was.
examples now.
I don't know if
Maybe.
it was 10 minutes, but it was definitely a lot, because didn't have to like
It's not 10 minutes.
do all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything seems longer than it is when I'm doing this, because I'm just trying to catch everything. I have no concept of time. Anyway, Asmi, you'll be moving forward into the winner final bracket.
Oh boy. I
um,
can't.
on challenges as semifinals, but doesn't know what we're talking about because it doesn't know the difference between winter final and grand final. Anyway,
hope
you'll
Schlongster
be
wins.
racing the winner of Lightsword versus Schlongster. Hopefully they're able to do their match tomorrow, but I actually don't know. Or they're gonna make their race the 4-player race, which is
Yeah, they might do that.
kind of weird.
Oh
I don't see any reason
It's up to
why
you.
they couldn't do that, because
Yeah.
it's technically they're gonna be
Yes.
alone in the seed. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I think
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather have
very
them
weird.
do their own thing.
It's not
So
really. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll probably say no to that then. Anyway,
Alright.
you'll be racing the winner, and Synii, you'll be dropping down into the loser bracket where you will be racing against Lord Fluffy. So
Oh,
Gosh, I have to go through that gauntlet.
yeah,
Oh,
Lord
yeah.
Fluffy. And,
Now I can relax and let
yeah.
Synii take out all the people in losers.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. The four-way race is happening tomorrow morning/afternoon at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So that's Pixel versus Azmi versus Schlongster versus Lightsword. And I'll have
Boy.
Flameforged on commentary with me, as well as hopefully someone else, because I don't know if I'll be doing a whole lot of talking, since I'll have to basically
Track everything.
micromanage like a rocket control unit worth of a tracker. So
Oh boy.
yeah, that's about it. Any last things to say about the seed before we cut it off here?
Mm, no, I'm good.
Could I get better seats than this, please?
Yeah, you got
Dude,
the flame
Both
forge
both of
treatment
my
for sure.
seeds. If you take the average of both of my bracket seeds, they've been over 3 hours.
Wow.
It's ridiculous, man.
All right. See, Connor's doing some DK rando, so or meme categories. So send you guys over there. All right. See you guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Hey, everyone.